What's up, Bulldog Nation? Steve Leslie from YSNLive.com, your home of the Poland Bulldogs all season long here at the Combine Brothers. Every Monday night, come on down. Cannot thank Susie and the crew for all they do, taking care of all of us at YSN and also Bulldog Nation. Proud to be joined by senior Danny Nittoli. Thanks for joining us.
No problem. Thank you, sir.
Let's go back to last week. Number one, and I was out of town last week, was able to watch the game. Is there a better atmosphere than Bulldog Stadium on a Friday?
No. I mean,
Talk about that, I guess.
That place was packed. I mean, the entire town showed out for us. I mean, South Range showed out. I mean, the atmosphere was amazing. It was sad that we couldn't bring the game home, but I mean,
yeah, okay, it was sad. It's two very good football teams, and I have a lot of belief in this football team of what you're capable of doing down the stretch. When I say that, is that the goal of this football team? You don't want to be at your best in week 6 or week 7. You want to be playing your best football those last few weeks and into the playoffs. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, that was a tough team, and I think we're just going to keep getting better over and over each week. And by week 10, going into the playoffs, I mean, I think we'll be at our best potential.
All right, so one of the leaders of this football team, no doubt, fullback, linebacker. Does that make this senior group stronger?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think our running back group and our linebacker group and all our seniors together are just a great group, great leaders for the team, and they just lead us every single week.
Well, I've known your family for a long time. Your mom and dad are a lot of my favorite people that support you. We'll get into that. I've always been taught in sports you can't win until you lose. Mm-hmm. When I say that to you, is that something you've had a football team, your defense is outstanding. You give up a little chink in the armor when you're able to go back and watch that. Steve Leslie says there's going to be a big improvement from this defense. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, we were missing a couple guys this week. We were down with a couple injuries, but I mean, I think as a team we learned a lot about what we can do and how we have to bounce back from this. I mean, I think next week you'll see a whole different team.
Well, we're going to see a whole different team, no doubt, as they'll travel to Niles Stadium against a very talented Niles football team on Friday night. If you can't make it, check us out on ysnlive.com. We'll have it for you. Some shout-outs to your family. I see Mom sitting here. Shout your family out a little bit. Talk about your family.
Yeah, so my mom's back there right now. She originally came from Mooney, went to school with you.
Yeah.
Yep, so – she's back there. My dad, unfortunately, couldn't make it.
Shout out to Dad. He's good. Dad's got to do it. Okay, so I know he's been here before, so shout out to Dad for sure.
Yep.
I'm guessing a little brother that looks like the Nittoli clone, a little freshman. Yep. All right, so he's a football player too?
Yes, sir.
So you get to spend some time with him?
Yep, for sure.
All right, talk about that a little bit. How is it to be big brother playing with the little brother that has a bright future for the Bulldogs?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's awesome because my sophomore year, I got to play with my brother. He was a senior at the time. So now I get to experience.
So the Nittoli name never ends in Poland, YSN Nation. It never ends. One's going to graduate. One already graduated. Now we have a freshman. Mm-hmm. Do you cherish that?
Oh, I love it. I mean, just being around my brothers all the time. I mean, it's just bonding 24/7. I mean, it's great.
Well, shout out to your family, no doubt. So I asked this to everybody. I know Dad. I've seen Dad get after it in sports. I know. Do you know where they're at on game night?
Yeah, so they sit right up at the home stands, right to the left side.
You know where they're at?
Oh, yeah.
Do you get a chance to give them a head nod, a thumbs up when you go out?
Usually I'm too locked in. I don't want to look up.
Okay.
It gives me too much butterflies just looking up there. So.
All right. I love that answer. So I'm going to go to Mom. How energetic is Mom on game day?
Oh, my gosh. I mean, every time I hear a pump-up song going on, I know what she's doing. I know she's up jumping around. I mean, she loves the atmosphere just as I do.
Mom and Dad mean a lot to you. I could tell just in talking about you, role models. We talk about that all the time on YSN. Obviously, your biggest role models are Mom and Dad.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right, so let's get into this Niles football team. Mr. Gardner can do it all. One of the most, and I said to coach, maybe the most talented running back in the area. I lay my hat on this Poland Bulldog defense is really good because a lot of you guys and a lot of helmets get to the football. Is that the key against Niles?
Yeah, for sure. I think this week for sure against one of the best running backs around, we need to group tackle every single play. I mean, it can't be arm tackling. It's got to be 11 guys to the ball every single play.
Yeah, and I talked with coaches, not easy to do. He can make you miss.
Oh, yeah.
Home or away? And here's what I'm curious to your answer here, because I think a lot of people love to play at home and the atmosphere that you have, but I think the true guys, and I think you're one of those guys, like to go on the road with a chip on their shoulder and have something to prove after a tough loss.
Yeah, I do love away games. I mean, I love going into someone else's house and ruining their night. I mean, it's one of my favorite things to do.
With Danny Nittoli, fullback, linebacker, we'll get into that discussion in rapid fire. I'll have some questions for him. At the Combine Brothers every Monday night. Cannot thank Susie and the crew for all they do here for Bulldog Nation. I love being a part of this Bulldog football team every week with you guys. This senior class, I get it. Like your buddies are here. I get, and I talk with Coach. You get 10 chances. You get 10 guaranteed games to go play. How special is this group of seniors that you play with?
Yeah, I mean, we are really special. We're a tight group. Every single guy. We have 18 seniors. Everyone's tight with each other. There's no drama between us. I mean, it's just we love football. We love hanging out with each other. I mean, it's just there's nothing better you can ask for.
Well, there you have it from one of the leaders here, the Bulldogs. They'll travel to Niles Friday night. We'll have it for you on ysnlive.com. One of the best football games in the area, no doubt in my mind. Danny, I want to ask you, before we go to rapid fire, I talked with Coach. You play in a league that has the opportunity for every team in the league to make the playoffs. That's almost unheard of. From a student athlete, you know all these guys that play from different schools, but I'm sure you would all say the best answer. The best football conference is the one you play in. Does that make you proud as a football player?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, we get to go out there every week and play some of the best competition around. I mean, what else can you ask for?
Yeah, that's a great environment. It's the best football conference, no doubt. We're proud at YSN to be a part of all of it and be a part of every program in that. So shout out to all the guys that play in this talented football league. But we're going to go to rapid fire with Danny Nittoli. No wrong answers. When I say Tom Pavlansky, first word that pops in your mind?
Caring.
I love it. I think he looked like he was ready to go tonight. Is that fair to say? I walked in the door. We talked a little bit about last week, but he was already in. But I see a caring of him that it's not just on the football field. Do you guys get that opportunity to spend times away from football with him, obviously? Talk about that.
Oh, yeah, he's like a friend to all of us. I mean, we see him outside of school. He's joking around with us. He loves being around us. I mean, he's like another dad to all of us. He's a great guy, and we love being around him.
Well, that's a great answer. Shout out to him, no doubt. Friday night, you said you love to go on the road. So we're going to go on the road, and everybody has AirPods or headphones. Mr. Gardner's going to be down on the other end warming up. What's Danny Nittoli listening to get you pumped up for this football game?
El Chapo.
El Chapo.
Yeah.
You know how far, my time is and your mom's time is?
Yeah.
El Chapo. Quinn, I'm going to have to listen to El Chapo before Friday night's game. All right, make sure you do that and listen to that. All right, let's go. Favorite pro football team?
Packers.
How about that game yesterday? What were they? You were down 17-0.
17-0.
All right, what were your thoughts when it was 17-0? Not good.
I mean, I thought it was over, to be honest with you.
Jordan Love, good football player.
I mean, I've always been a Rodgers fan, but
okay,
I mean,
and Aaron Rodgers did many great things.
Yeah,
I think I see something that, as a Packer fan, I want to ask you. I think in Jordan Love, I see somebody that learned from one of the best quarterbacks around, and you're starting to see it a little swagger, a little confidence in himself. And you played without one of the best running backs in football yesterday. Mm-hmm. So Aaron Jones, Green Bay Packers, I like that. All right, let's go. Favorite college football team?
Ohio State.
Ohio State.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no doubt.
I want to say Mom's an ND fan, right? Mom?
No.
Okay, that was a tough game. I like both of them. Mm-hmm. How good was that football game, though?
That was a great game.
How good?
Great game.
And see, I was down south, so I'm tired of hearing about how good all the football teams are down south. Those are two of the best football teams in the nation.
Oh yeah.
And as a college football fan, I think when the playoffs expand and you get 12 teams, there's going to be, but that was a great football game. All right, here's your chance. A shout out to your favorite teacher you've had at Poland and maybe a favorite class.
Mrs. Montero, anatomy.
Mrs. Montero,
yeah.
anatomy.
Yep.
I like that. All right. Mrs. Montero, shout out to you. Thanks for all you do. How good is Poland's student body
Great.
on game night?
Oh, great. I mean, the student section this year has been insane. Every single night they've shown out for us, home or away.
Yeah, and you hear that, obviously.
Yeah.
All right, so Danny Nittoli gets to shout out somebody that you love to hear in that student section.
I got to name a group. There's
Go ahead.
Matt Matisse, Mason Jones, Liberty Lavelle, Caden Catcott, all my friends out there. I mean, I got a whole group out there. I mean, I love them all.
All right. I love them all, too.
Yep.
So can I put this challenge? They better be in
Yeah,
Niles.
go ahead.
Will they be in Niles?
They'll be in Niles.
You better be in Niles for all these guys on Friday night.
Yep.
I love that answer. Shout out to those guys. It's one of the craziest student sections I've ever seen.
Yep.
So shout out for all they do. Role model. You're having a horrible day. Nothing's going right. Who are you going to?
Mom and dad.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that always. I have a soft spot. Loved dad. Loved my dad.
Yep.
But mom always has that soft space.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I think my dad's more of like coach, all that
Right.
stuff.
But moms
I
will
love
be
him, but
moms.
My mom's, she's got a soft spot in my heart.
Absolutely. I'm 56 years old and I'm still a mama's boy. So you got a long way to go and continue that tradition. Shout out to your family for all they do for you. After high school, here we are, week 7. When I tell you week 7, it goes fast for all of us. Does it go fast for you guys as players?
Yeah. I mean, it feels like just yesterday we were still in summer camp getting ready for the season. I mean, it's flown by.
All right. So I'm going to put you on a spot here. Best football player in the Nittoli family.
I'm going to have to go with my sister.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she was a mean softball player.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So shout out to your sister. All right. Now I'm going to change this up even a little more. The best football player in the Nittoli family.
I mean, not to be cocky, but I might have to take that one.
I want you to take that one. And that gives your brother as a freshman something, and your older brother would probably say the same thing. So
maybe.
No, maybe?
Maybe.
Okay, so shout out to the 3 Nittoli boys for representing Poland the way they do, all on and off the field. After high school ends, what's the plan for Mr. Nittoli here?
I'm not too sure yet.
No?
I mean, I don't know what school I want to go to, but I might play football.
I was just going to ask that. Football, and I love your answer because when you graduate from high school and you play in the area that we get to play in that's outstanding, college football becomes a job and education becomes harder. So you have a long time to figure that out, no doubt. With Danny Nittoli on Rapid Fire, he's been spot on with all his answers. How you want this year to end?
Well, we want to win out for sure and go into the playoffs full head of steam and, make a run, make a deep run.
Do you remember all the runs of the good Poland football teams?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been around them all the time. My brother's sophomore year.
That would have been what? 2018, 17.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a good football team.
State semis. Yeah, that was a
yeah, they've won a state championship.
Yep.
And I'm going to say this because I can, I think this team's talented enough to go a long, long way in the playoffs and represent Poland the way that Poland has been represented in football. When you look at yourself and you look at the seniors that you play with, week 7, you're running out of opportunities to play at home. Do you guys think about that?
It hasn't hit me yet. I mean, I'm sure week 10 when I'm at home for the last time it'll hit me, but I mean, we're hoping we'll be at
Yeah,
home for the
you want to win
playoffs
some
and-
games and finish in the top 8, which you're right there to do, no
Exactly.
doubt. And the schedule kind of speaks for itself. Poland wins the computer rankings. Anybody in our league that wins will be playing home playoff games, no doubt.
Sure.
Danny, it's been a pleasure. I've known your family a long time. It's the first chance to sit and talk with you. I will tell you this: you represent student athletes on and off the field so well. Your mannerisms, the way you care about your buddies and your teammates, and the way you talked about your family. Salute to you as a student athlete, and go have fun Friday night. You're going to play a football team that's a very good one, as are you guys, and that's what this conference is all about. The Poland Bulldogs, the Niles Red Dragons will have it for you. Best of luck Friday night, and I enjoy talking to you. All righty. Thank you.